Every 3 seconds, someone in the world develops dementia. Every 3 seconds. Another mind begins to fade, memories blurring, names disappearing. The feeling of being present quietly slipping away. And here's the most terrifying part. In nearly 80% of those cases, the body sent warnings. Subtle signs, but no one noticed. You might be feeding your brain's worst enemy every single day, without even realizing it. Most people believe memory loss is a natural part of aging, something inevitable, like grey hair or wrinkles. But what science is now revealing is shocking. In many cases, our daily routines are the ones accelerating brain aging. Tiny, invisible habits that look harmless, but slowly destroy the mind from within. I'm Dr. Mark Sullivan. For over 25 years, I've been studying how the brain ages, how our neurons change, how memory fades, and more importantly, how it can be protected. I've seen hundreds of patients who thought they were simply tired when in fact, they were showing the first signs of cognitive decline. But I've also seen something else, people who reversed that decline, who regained focus, clarity, and purpose, simply by changing small things. So today, I want to walk you through the 5 silent habits that are quietly killing your brain, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to stop them, and even begin to reverse the damage. Imagine your brain as a living library. Every thought, every song, every moment of joy is a book on its shelves. Over the years, dust begins to settle, pages start to curl, and a few books may even go missing. If you don't take care of that library, if you don't clean, repair, and restock, eventually, the shelves grow empty. These 5 habits are like invisible termites, eating away at the foundation of that library. You don't hear them, you don't feel them, but they are always working, quietly erasing pieces of who you are. Let's expose them, one by one. The first habit. Silent dehydration. More than 70% of people over the age of 60 live in a constant state of mild dehydration, without realizing it. The brain is made of nearly 75% water. When you don't drink enough, your brain cells literally shrink. They struggle to communicate. It's like trying to read a book whose pages are glued together. Even mild dehydration can reduce memory and concentration by up to 25%, according to a 2022 Journal of Neurology study. You might think you're drinking enough because you sip coffee, tea, or juice. But those aren't hydrating. Many of them actually make you lose more water. If you wake up tired, dizzy, or forgetful, it might not be age. It might be your brain begging for water. Start with 1 large glass first thing in the morning and another before bed. Do it for a week. You'll feel the fog begin to lift. Water is the simplest, most overlooked form of brain nutrition. The second habit, hidden sugar. Sugar is the cigarette of the brain. It looks innocent, a splash in your coffee, a healthy yogurt, a morning glass of juice. But it quietly poisons your neurons. When your blood sugar spikes, it damages the connections between brain cells. Imagine sparks burning through the brain's wiring. Do this day after day and those circuits don't recover. Even natural sources and fruit juices, granola bars, sweetened teas, and were loaded with enough sugar to trigger inflammation in your brain. A Harvard study in 2023 found that chronic glucose spikes are directly linked to early Alzheimer's. Markers. You don't have to quit sugar completely, but you do need to stop letting it sneak in disguised as healthy. Choose water over juice. Eat fruit instead of drinking it, and taste your coffee before adding sugar. Your brain doesn't need sweetness, it needs stability. The third habit, lack of deep sleep. When you sleep deeply, your brain performs a kind of nightly housekeeping. It washes away the toxins that accumulate during the day. Toxins that, if left behind, form the same plaques found in Alzheimer's patients. But when you sleep less than 6 hours, that cleansing process stops halfway. The trash piles up. Over time, that buildup clogs the system, and memory, creativity, and focus begin to decay. Deep sleep isn't just rest. It's maintenance. It's survival. If you often wake up groggy or forgetful, your brain might not be finishing its nightly cleanup. Avoid screens at least 90 minutes before bed. Keep your room cool, dark, and quiet. Go to bed at the same time every night, even on weekends. Within 2 weeks, You'll notice sharper mornings, calmer thoughts, and steadier emotions. Sleep isn't a luxury. It's the most powerful medicine your brain will ever receive. The fourth habit, chronic stress. Stress is the brain's silent poison. It doesn't strike suddenly. It seeps in, slowly, drop by drop. When stress becomes chronic, your body releases cortisol, a hormone meant to protect you in emergencies. But when it stays elevated for weeks or months, it becomes corrosive. High cortisol literally shrinks the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory and learning. Stanford researchers proved this in 2021. Chronic stress physically reduces brain volume. You may feel it as irritability, mental fog, or an inability to focus. But deep down, your neurons are under attack. The solution doesn't have to be dramatic. Take a 20-minute walk each day. Breathe deeply before you react. Laugh? Yes, laugh. As often as you can. Laughter isn't just emotional relief. It's a biochemical antidote to cortisol. Stress might be inevitable, but damage isn't. The way you respond decides whether it feeds or heals your brain. The fifth habit, social isolation. This one surprises most people, and it's perhaps the most dangerous of all. Loneliness kills neurons faster than alcohol, sugar, or even lack of sleep. The human brain evolved for connection. It lights up when we talk, hug, or share stories. When that stops, the lights begin to dim. A landmark study showed that prolonged social isolation increases the risk of dementia by 45%. 45%. Imagine living in silence, day after day, speaking only to the television. Over time, your mind forgets how to connect, how to feel empathy, how to recall emotion. I've seen it too many times. Patients whose test results were fine, but whose loneliness aged their brains years ahead of schedule. Talk to someone today. Call a friend. Join a club. Volunteer. It's not small talk, it's neural. Exercise. Every conversation you have is like opening a new shelf in your mental library. I want to tell you a story. Margaret was 68 when she came to see me. She said she was losing pieces of herself. She'd forget where she put things, lose her train of thought mid-sentence, and sometimes even forget the lyrics to songs she had known for decades. Her scans showed mild cognitive impairment. Not full dementia, but the beginning of a decline. She was terrified. We didn't start with medication. Instead, we rebuilt her habits. We increased her water intake, reduced hidden sugars, set a consistent bedtime, added morning walks and a daily phone call with her sister. 3 months later, she returned. When she sat down, there was a light in her eyes I hadn't seen before. She said, "Dr. Sullivan, I remembered the words to my favorite song again. That moment reminded me why I do this. Because aging doesn't have to mean fading, it's not magic. It's awareness. And awareness changes everything. Here's the truth most people never hear. What destroys the brain isn't age. It's unconscious living. It's drinking too little water. It's too much sugar. Too little sleep. Too much stress. Too few conversations. Every small choice, every daily pattern either builds or breaks your mind. But there's hope in that. Because it means the power is still in your hands. Your brain is constantly rebuilding itself. Every cell in yours, nearly every cell in it is replaced. You're never too old to grow new connections, never too far gone to reawaken clarity. Each glass of water, each good night's sleep, each moment of laughter, they're not trivial. They're repairs. They're reconstruction. Think about this. The same brain that once learned to walk, to love, to grieve, to dream, it's still inside you. It's waiting for attention, for nourishment, for movement. You can rewire your habits at 60, 70, even 80. The key is awareness and consistency, so start small. Drink water when you wake up. Go to bed 15 minutes earlier. Call a friend. Smile. Every choice tells your brain, I still care about you. And the brain responds. Neuroscientists have seen it. New neural pathways forming after decades of decline. We've seen patients regain memory, focus, and emotional strength through nothing more than lifestyle. It's not the loud changes that matter most. It's the quiet ones you repeat daily. The small, loving gestures toward your own mind. Aging is not the enemy. Neglect is. When I think about the brain, I don't see a machine. I see a garden. Every thought is a seed. Every emotion, a drop of water, neglect it and weeds take over. But nurture it, and even the oldest soil blooms again. Your mind was never meant to fade quietly into darkness. It was built to evolve, to adapt, to love, to remember. The tragedy of modern life isn't that we grow old, it's that we grow distracted. We forget to listen to the signals, to slow down, to reconnect. But you can begin right now. No matter your age, your habits, or your fears, you can take back control of your mental destiny. Start today, not because you're afraid of losing your memory, but because you deserve to live with clarity, presence, and joy. If this message resonates with you, share it. Someone you love might be walking the same quiet path toward decline, thinking it's just aging. Send them this video. It might be exactly what they need to hear. And remember, every glass of water, every walk in the sun, every conversation. It's not just a healthy habit, it's an act of self-preservation, because your brain is the home of everything you love. Take care of it, and it will take care of you. Aging isn't losing. It's remembering with wisdom, feeling more deeply, and choosing more consciously. Every choice you make teaches your brain how to live longer, and the best time to start is now.